Welcome to another video. I am the Starman. Now then, it's been a while since I've done a video and I've got a couple of excuses. The first excuse is that my computer decided that it didn't want to work. So I've had all kinds of problems with my computer, so I've not been able to do any editing on the computer. Fortunately, I'm getting it back together again and hopefully I'll be up and running again soon. And also the laptop as well, which I use as a backup. I couldn't even use that to do my movie editing for some reason, because the iMovie, which is what I use, doesn't even work on the laptop at the moment. So I've got all kinds of problems. And as well as that, we've also had quite a lot of extreme weather in the past week. Now, another thing that I like to do when I'm not doing astronomy photography is I chase storms. So we've had quite a few thunderstorms passing over in the last week or so, and I'm just going to show you a couple of pictures on screen now. The first one was from last weekend, and you can see St Anne's Pier there. Went down to St Anne's Pier. I think that was captured at around midnight or something as a storm passed over. I think it battered Liverpool, that one, and then it passed over into the Irish Sea. It kind of just missed where I live in Blackpool, but anyway, that was that. And then another storm just a couple of days ago as I filmed this, which was up Winter Hill, where they have the big television mast. I was up there and got caught in the storm and had to run down the hill through the lightning storm, and I took that photograph when I got to the bottom safely. Don't try this at home, kids. Now, as I film this video, it's the summer solstice. Now that means that we have got the longest day in the northern hemisphere and the shortest nights. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the solstice in this video, so I'm going to show you some examples, and I'm going to be doing my best Brian Cox impression to show you. And also in my next video on the theme of the solstice, I want to be showing you this thing here. So look out for this on my next video. This is the solar can, and it's actually a pinhole camera that can record the path of the sun over a period of a year or even longer, however long you want to leave it up for. And this is something that you can get involved in too. So I'll be looking at the solar can on the next video, so watch out for that. But anyway, for now, I want to give you a very rough demonstration of why we get the longest nights at this time of the year, and pretty much how the solar system works in a very, very rough kind of way. I hope you like it. There's other videos you can look at that do the same thing, but I want to do my own little Brian Cox impression. So let's have a little go at that then. Right, okay, so don't laugh. This is my miniature solar system, and it's certainly not to scale. Now, as you may already be able to guess, this is going to be the sun, this big orange here, and I've got this apple here, which I'm not sure, I think it might be a golden delicious. I'm not an expert on apples, but anyway, this is going to act as our earth now, and this stick which I've got going through is going to be the pole that goes right through the earth. So this is the North Pole coming out the top, as you can see, the northern hemisphere here, the equator here, and the southern hemisphere down here. Now the way I have this at the moment is we are in the southern hemisphere summer solstice, which is directly opposite where we are now. So what's going to happen is this is going to go around the sun like this. The earth is going to go around the sun and it's going to spin around like this, and then we're going to pass the equinox, where you get the equal day and night halfway around, the spring equinox in the northern hemisphere, and we're going to end up on this side. And notice how the north is still facing the same way, so we're now on the other side. So we're now where we are right now as I film this video, in the northern hemisphere's summer. And if I spin the earth around, you can probably see why we get so much sun and why the southern hemisphere doesn't get as much, because it's angled away from the sun. It's a bit more extreme on this. It's not quite as extreme as this in real life, but you can see there, it gives you an idea there. And you can imagine if you're on the North Pole at this time of year, it's going to be, well, the sun is going to be up all night because it's facing right towards the sun. And then we go around again, and then we'll get towards the autumnal equinox there, where everywhere on earth will have an equal length of day, and night, and then we'll keep going back round, come back round again, and eventually we'll end up back here again. Now, the sun is of course our nearest star, and just to give you some idea of distance, the sun is on average, in miles, that's 93 million miles on average. Now that does change a little bit. Sometimes we're further away, sometimes we're a bit closer, because as the Earth goes around the sun, it doesn't form a perfect circle, it actually goes round in an ellipse. So sometimes it's a little bit closer to the sun as it goes around. And they call that an astronomical unit. So the mean distance, the average distance between the Earth and the sun is known as an astronomical unit. Now when we're on the other side of the sun, like that, where we are now, we're 2 astronomical units away from where we are in our winter solstice. That's 2 full astronomical units. And even so, even being that far away, the North Star is still in the same place. It's pretty unbelievable. That amount of distance, when you think about it, 300 million kilometers or 186 million miles, and we're so far away from the stars that they still look to be in the same position when the Earth is on this side or when it's on that side. The Earth will still be pointing towards the North Star, and that's why the North Star never moves in the sky. Well, I hope you like my little Brian Cox impression there. I did my best just to explain a little bit about the solstice in a very, very rough way. Now, there are plenty of videos out there that do a lot better than me, but I just wanted to have my little go. So anyway, that's it for this little video, a little bit of an update to tell you what I'm up to, and hopefully I'll be back up and running again soon. The computers, it's looking good. I've managed to get the computer running again. I need to get a new hard drive, and by the time I get a new hard drive I should be fine and up and running again. And don't forget to tune into the next video when I'll be talking all about the solar can, and I'll be setting the solar can up and leaving it up there to capture the path of the sun all the way from now, the summer solstice, until the winter solstice, and then I'll be taking it down and having a look at the results. So look out for that, and I'll see you on the next video.